Hi guys, Rhonda without an H here with you. Today we are on week number 4 of the Idea Book Challenge. And so just to go back and kind of update in case somebody has missed one, you can go back. Jean Peter, she did collage. The second week, I did Franken paper or just pages out of scraps. Week number 3, last week, Jean did strips that you can embellish on journals or whatever. And I don't have a lot of different shape cutouts, punches, I guess you'd call them. But I did have circles, and so that's what I did with mine, and I like it. I love the colors, and I think it's cool. I like it. So that was last week, and this week we are doing a 3-slotted pocket embellishment. CraftyIrina is the person that I give credit for where I first saw a similar pocket. I don't do mine exactly like she does, but she's the one that gave me the original idea, I don't know, a year or two ago that I saw. So I think it's really fun. You can do so much with it. Let me just show you some that I have been working on. These are small little pockets. Look how cute. Ooh, just fun little ephemera. Now this is fabric, and here's some like a little ticket and a stamp and a flower with one of these. What do you call them when they punch through and they have the little flanges that, you know, that go flat? Someone tell me, please. So I just did a whole bunch. I was just having fun here and played with my fabric and different papers that I used, pages, to make my pockets from. Coffee dyed some of them, not all. I loved this fabric. Obviously, these are pretty much the same, but you can tell how you can put some really fun little embellishments. So this would make a fun little gift too. You don't have to use it as a journal embellishment, but since we are doing an idea book challenge, this is what we're doing with the pockets for this one. This has washi tape on it, which is also very fun. And this one, I've even put a little bit of lace, and this is a ruffle from tissue paper. Little bit of vintage linen type things. Obviously, I've stitched this one closed, so this is only a 1, 2 pockets, and I stitched these together. So you can do all kinds of different things with it. So I'm just going to show you the basic, my version, okay? Put that away. Eventually I'm going to actually, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but we'll see. All right. So to make this particular pocket, you just need a piece of paper. That's easy, right? You can use a book page, you can use music sheets, you can use something from a magazine. You'll want it sturdy enough. I wouldn't recommend using book pages that are brittle because it'll break. It actually will break. So what you do, you get yourself a piece of paper and fold it in half lengthwise. Well, you know what? that's already been folded. I'm just gonna do one. Let me grab one over here. Piece of paper just sort of sitting there waiting, saying what? It's kind of cool. A different type of graph paper. So we'll just do that, fold it in half lengthwise. And because I want this to be my front, and actually that number won't show though, will it? Well, okay, anyway, I'm going to fold it in half this way. Now, here's something that you can kind of, if you're playing around and you want to do some different things, you could bring this down a little bit. Maybe you want a little longer pocket with some of this. It just depends on, you know, the sky's the limit. But this is just the basic. I'm folding it in half and again in half. So you basically have a quarter of the page. Then what I'm going to do, and then she said, I'm going to just kind of line this up along the edge here and fold that down. But doesn't have to be perfect. Try to have it kind of neat, but okay. So that is the first one. Now for the second one, I'm going to just kind of eyeball, and I'm paying attention how much space between here and where my second fold is. Do I want a good amount of room? Like for instance, on this one, I've got a good 1/2 inch, okay? And this one, even more than a 1/2 inch. But on some of these, well, it's hard to see that because of all the embellishments that I've put on, but you can see that it was about 1/4 of an inch. On some of those, here's about 1/4 of an inch. About the same. So you just kind of play with it and see what appeals to you that way. I think I'm going to do just like thus. And I'm lining it up so that this is square, okay? And I'm just eyeballing it. You can always use a ruler or a square if you want to, if that works for you, but I'm not trying to be perfect with it, but just in the ballpark. Okay, so there's my second fold, and that will tuck in like that. And here's where you can decide. You can keep these two together for extra strength, put those together, stitch them or glue them, or you can make another pocket. And that's what I'm going to do, is make another pocket, and I'm going to position it to what I think is going to be about the same distance on this one as my first two pockets. And that's pretty good, actually. That's not bad. Okay. So, when you're decorating, so what I do first is I get my folds, just like this. And then with a pencil, just lightly, I will do a little X. I'll do a little mark and a little mark. So that when I take this and unfold it, I know what goes where. That was confusing for me at first. So it was like, what? And I'd have to keep folding it back up. And I thought, well, that's just silly. So I know that this is an area that can be decorated. And depending on how I decorate it, if I just put a little bit of glue or go down here stitch right there and leave this open, then you'll see I would have another little slip-in pocket if I wanted to. But I have a tendency to like to, you know, put the embellishments on, and I've not really used this, but you could. You absolutely could. So here's an area to decorate. And let's see. Turn it over this way. Aha. Okay, so this is going to be one of my strips. So I know I can decorate that as a strip. I can decorate this, turn it over, and here's the other triangle. This is upside down. Right there, the two X's. Can decorate that. And then here is my other strip. So I just pay attention to that. I may glue, I may use washi tape, I may use lace, ribbon, whatever it might be, to give me the finished product, to where I can fold it like this and pretend that that's all been decorated. So if I wanted to stitch, use my machine, then by opening it up and decorating in these areas, and what you could also do, here's another that I just thought of, you can do this to show that this is the way it, and you can do that the same, so that you're decorating it. If you have something positionable that has a right, you know, right direction, then you can position, then you can position it in the right direction. So, yeah, which is very helpful, like when you're looking at this, so you don't do it upside down. That's really the trickiest part as far as that goes. So let's take this one and let's see, let's fold this one more time. Try to make that a square. Now what I'm going to do to put this pocket together, it's all decorated the way I want it. So I can either stitch on my machine down this left edge like that, like so, and I can decorate from here where the fold starts, stitch down like so, and that will give me two edges, and I will have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, depending on how I put my pocket on my page. Now maybe I don't want to, here we're just going to grab this, this is going to be a page. Maybe I don't want to stitch it down on here. I could, but maybe I don't want to. Maybe I want to glue it down or use scrapbooking two-sided tape on here. Maybe I want to have a pocket here. Maybe I don't. These are all the fun things that you decide how you want to do it. If I just do here, and I've decorated already here, I can keep this as a nice little, I can make a little triangle kind of a pocket or tag, and I can slip that in there if I want to. So that is basically it, my friends. Let me get this page out again and just let you see. I did not, for this particular one, I glued it all the way around with two-sided tape. Actually, well, I guess that's technically not glue, is it? It's tape. I taped it. This is what I use. I buy it wherever it's cheap. And I've bought it in different places. And this particular one is 1/4 inch wide. You can get it in 1/2 inch wide and almost like 3/4 inch wide, and also 1/8 inch, which I use for my envelope flaps. So we have a pocket here for letters, tags, whatever one wants to put in there. We have a pocket here. We have a pocket here. And you can see I've embellished with some laces. These are some of my scrap laces. I'm trying to use up my scraps. Oh, it's so hard, guys. It's so hard. I just create more, it feels like. So anyway, this is it. I hope you enjoy this and make a bunch of them. Just have fun with it. Until next time, bye guys. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.